Okay, we'll wait a few minutes to see who arrives. For tonight's live stream, I kind of prepared it only like less than an hour beforehand. So we'll see who shows up. We'll see who shows up. So we'll wait. We'll give it a few minutes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, Hearts, hi. Oh, I'm sorry that I took you away from another live. I'm sorry I took you away from another live. I hope they were riveting, at least. Welcome. Welcome. Now, okay. I guess I could, let's wait another few minutes to see if some other people show up. And if not, we'll get rolling. We'll get rolling. Yeah. I haven't been around in 10 days. No upload, no live in 10 days. Oh, yeah. Way too long to be away. Partly because, oh, well, thank you, Hearts. Well, partly because I wasn't feeling all that great. I was having some health issues, and partly, which was tiring me out. I'm undergoing a lot of stress these days. Hey, and next, it's like I've run into a completive creative block, and I suppose that happens to every YouTuber or almost every YouTuber. Complete creative block. Oh, this is a small channel too, Hearts. Yeah. So, anyways, it was completely. Yeah. So I've been running. Okay, that's okay, Hearts. So I've been. Yeah, I've been running into a creative meltdown as of late. It's like, oh, I'm running out of topics. What do we talk about? And I have topics in mind, but I debate, should I talk about them later, at a later time when I have more subscribers or I manage to improve my view count? And, thank you. Yes, please leave a like. So anyways, last night, and I'm thinking, and it was like the more I was stressing about how far I was not uploading or how much time was going by without uploading or going live, the more the more I stressed out, and the more I stressed out, and the more of a creative block I had, and then sort of it came to me. And usually my live streams, I keep them light. I mean, Hearts Love has provided some topics, which I will definitely consider. And down the road, there will be videos on those subjective topics from Hearts Love. Excuse me, because I don't smoke enough. So, yeah, and I will do those at a later time. Jeez. Anyways, oh, hi, Ray Phoenix. Good to see you here. Great to see you here. So anyways, I was, I've been running into a creative meltdown, I mean, if anybody else has topics, please, by all means, put them in the chat, comment on it. And then last night, for those who don't know who Roberto Blake is, he's what I would call, I don't know, for lack of a better term, what do you call these guys like Roberto Blake or the Niman brothers or Brian G. Johnson or Sean Cannell? Are they YouTube gurus? I don't know. That's what we'll call them, because I really don't know what else to call them. They're tech guys, and they do videos, and they all have channels on YouTube, and they do videos, about how to grow your channel, how to grow your subscriber count, some product reviews, for equipment, and of course, the subjects of quantity versus quality comes up, so when I saw the title, it said, I want you, Roberto Blake's video from last night, the title was, I want you to make 100 crappy videos. I thought, oh, okay, this could potentially have room for comedy here, a little fun, little lighthearted chat. This could be fun. So this is why I decided to do a very bad live stream. You know, I'm not turning on my photography soft lamps. Let's do it with very bad light, you know. I mean, my walls which look yellowy in the background, you know. And, you know, so it's like, you know, so I'm already off to a good start, you know. I'll make 100 crappy videos. And he was saying, you know, like the big guys like Mr. Beast and PewDiePie, like PewDiePie had at 100 videos, he got 2,000 something subs. Mr. Beast got 1,000, and he was talking about another YouTuber after 100 videos, he only had 74. So given I have 145 and I have 87 videos, not quite at the 100 yet, 87 videos, 13 shy of 100, you know. But make 100 crappy videos. I suppose Amberlynn Reed took that to heart a while back before that video came out. Remember her 100 days of uploads? This is in no way, I don't want any hate said to her. It's just the first thing that came to mind, you know. It's like, I mean, to be honest, you know, 100 uploads in 100 days, make crappy 100 crappy videos. But seriously, I will have Roberto's video linked in a pinned comment below once I jump off this stream. And for those trying to grow a YouTube channel, I highly recommend it, actually. What he says makes plenty of sense, you know, and I've been experiencing it myself. Like some of my videos with the highest production value, and those are voiceover videos, they've been getting some of the lowest views. But I was starting to up the game because I had noticed that on average, I was getting low engagement on the videos, where I was just, you know, sitting in front of the webcam talking, you know, and in other words, people were not sticking around through the whole video. I imagine that's the way with most videos. I imagine that's the way with most YouTube videos. People don't sit around for long periods of, you know, sit through the entire time. And which is why with my uploads, I started shortening them, okay, significantly. I try now as much as possible to keep them under 20 minutes, 15, if at all humanly possible. You know, for one. And secondly, this is why I decided to up the production game. And, you know, because I figured the voiceover videos, there's a lot of visuals. There's more the B-roll, you know, enough to keep people interesting, right? To keep them interested maybe and staying tuned longer. But here's the thing. If YouTube, the algorithm is not recommending your videos, or your videos are not coming up in a search, it doesn't really matter how great your production value is if nobody's going to see them, you know? So, you know, so I get the premise behind, like I said, I'm going to link his video in the pinned comment below and you'll understand what I mean. But I thought maybe we'll have a little fun and I'll go overboard on making a super crappy live stream. super crappy. And that's why there's no lights. My photography soft lamps are not turned on, like I said. And we will, and yeah, I really got to do better at uploading, you know, more regularly. I've really got to do much better at uploading more regularly. But on a serious note, actually, I got to say, on a serious note, I was talking about this with Heart's Love, I think, recently. Yeah, that mental health channels. Thank you, Heart's Love. Thank you. So mental health channels, as a rule, although there are a few of those YouTube gurus who say that they are gaining in popularity, however slowly. But ever notice that you go to the trending page on YouTube, very rarely are you going to see anything at the top related to mental health. Guess it's not sexy. How to be a good performer. Is that performance? Performance art. Performance. Hey. But yeah, so it's notice you go on the trending page, right? And it's not even at the top, you know. I think there are a few exceptions. Depression to Expression, Scott St. Marie. He has a mental health channel and his is above like 100 some odd thousand subscribers. So he's the exception. And then there, of course, there are the two therapists, Katie Morton and Dr. Todd Grande, whose channels do well, but they're, like I said, they're licensed therapists, right? So it's a different point of view from, say, a mental health patient trying to give peer-to-peer support or whatever. But they are growing. I suppose, you know, when you have bigger YouTubers like Boogie2988 sharing mental health struggles, I suppose it sort of improves things somewhat, except Boogie2988, in my opinion, is really not the greatest example for mental health. If I wanted peer-to-peer support on YouTube for mental health, I would not be going to watch Boogie2988. No. Bye-bye, Stephen Williams. No. But, and I did a video a while back as to why he was bad for mental health. But yeah, but back to what I was saying, I mean, my video that yielded the highest views, okay, it was right when I made my YouTube comeback last winter. I made my YouTube comeback, and it was right around, you know, the time that the Rewired Soul was in all that crap because, you know, he was being called out by the drama channels, the mental health channels, by pretty much everybody for his bull, for his BS. And then to the point where he was, I guess he felt he was driven off of the platform. So I did a video about that, and that had yielded the highest views on my channel, believe it or not. And it wasn't a great video. There was like a short B-roll to open, and then the rest of it was me talking for about, 12, 15 minutes. And that's got the highest views. And then my latest upload, not my latest live stream, but my latest upload about the Rewired Soul, the soap opera parody that I did with my ex-partner, and the panda sketch that Heartslove drew for me, that has really not been getting many views. So I think, and I was taking a look at my analytics, and it's like, yeah, what Roberto Blake makes sense, you know? I mean, if your videos are not getting views, you know, they're not getting views, or they're not getting recommended by the algorithm or whatever, or people are not viewing it, like it's, you know, so I see the point. Upload a bunch of crappy videos. You may develop an audience. Some people will help you correct along the way. I know I've made some crappy videos. I mean, when I first started out as Fedora hippies in 2018, I had no idea how to edit video. So the jump cuts were weird and all that lovely stuff. I didn't have the photography lamps that I have now, today. So you just always saw this kind of crappy, dark background, right? You always saw this crappy, dark background. And yeah, so anyways, that's what I did. But, you know, I still plugged on, you know, and it's funny, you know, and people are in a hurry. Oh, I need better equipment. I mean, hell, I need better equipment. I have a very primitive setup here. I'm sitting in front of my webcam, the built-in webcam, the built-in mic of a 7 or 8-year-old Mac. And even the cooking videos I did on my other channel, very primitive again, cell phones, cameras with bad mics, sound was not good, you know, lighting not great, whatever, you know, sound even worse, you know. So thanks, Hearts Love. So that's what you do, you know, that's what you do. And you know, a very primitive setup, you know. So, but you know, a lot of them had said this, and I think even the Nimmin brothers, or Nick Nimmin, had said it too. You know, I mean, when you're starting out, you're not getting paid really, right? You're not monetized. You're not getting paid. You're not really making money. You know, don't worry about buying. You know, go out and buy the gimbals and buy all kinds of stuff, which I haven't done. Gimbals are expensive, you know. Gimbals are very expensive. I mean, I eventually did invest in my channel because the living room can get so dark. I got the photography lamps. Okay, I got the soft photography lamps in here, which are turned off right now, and I did that purposely. I did that. I so did that purposely. Hang on a second. Okay, so okay. So yeah, it's do crappy videos. Let's see, where is my ex right now? Sheldon, my ex-partner. Let me see. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So let's see. Sheldon. Let's see if he's around. Sheldon. Okay. All right. Let's see if Sheldon, my ex, comes around. It's always fun when he's around. He's he's also a good friend of this channel. Like I said, he voiced the panda on that soap opera parody I did, But yeah, why is it that mental health videos, I know they're creeping up in popularity. So some of us are maybe at the front door or the ground floor, whatever you want to call it, of that. And eventually they get popular. And who knows, maybe those videos, including the crappy productions I did last year in 2018, over a year and a half ago, maybe they will start climbing up and getting views and popularity. Hey, you never know, huh? Sometimes you just can't tell. This is why, people have requested that I do more voiceover videos. So I started doing that. They are more tedious to do than shooting a video and then editing a few stuttering points or whatever, just sitting in front of the webcam and talking and yucking it up. But, I do have to get my watch hours boosted as well. And, so to get the watch hours boosted, obviously you'd like it if your people were watching your videos, to the end, or at least watching them longer than about 2 to 5 minutes. But yeah, so we'll see, we'll have to wait and see. But I always, and this is the thing, I stress out about it, and I stress out, but maybe I stress out too much, I stress out too much about it, like what's the next topic? Do I do it voiceover? How do I do this? Do I do it half and half? Like part of the time I'm sitting and talking in front of the camera. Do I, it's very hard to strike a balance. And I suppose you have to go video by video, topic by topic, what kind of concept I want. It's like, it's difficult, I do get help from the likes of Heart's Love, my ex Sheldon, Steven helped out with food videos, and all that. But basically, for the most part, I am a one-woman show. I am a one-woman production, I'm a one-woman production company, so so yeah, it is. So we have to wait and see. It's just a wait and see. Now, why aren't YouTube videos, are they really not ad friendly? Seriously? You would think, these companies, buying advertising on YouTube would like to get in on PSAs, nowadays they're, awareness to mental health is going, is being more promoted, more awareness, right? And you would think that the advertisers at YouTube would want to be a part of that, at least for their own, I don't know, their good citizen thing, to do their good citizen thing that helps them feel warm and cuddly and fuzzy at night. Oh, but that would be nice. That would be nice. Let me see. But yeah, it would be just oh so nice. Oh, we've got 6 people in here. Great. Fabulous. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome to those of you who are new. We were just basically talking about why mental health videos are, while creeping up in popularity, they're not really getting the recommendeds from YouTube. And is it better to, when you're first starting out, to make crappy videos and just go, don't worry about a lot of things? I do agree with, if you're not making money or whatever, do not spend a whole crap load of money on equipment. That I agree with. But I do have to spend money on stuff, because if I want to do, because I eventually want to do videos out on the road for this channel. And if I restart my food channel again, yeah, definitely, that's a given. But, cell phones all have crappy microphones and stuff. And so I'm trying to find some decent lavalier mics with very long cords, something that with a splitter that I can pair off 2 mics, But money has been very, very tight lately. So what can you do? And then, of course, there's the holidays coming up. And that's always an extra stress. But, if anybody has any video topics, by all means, comment and I'll see what I can do, It is hopefully my dream one day to see mental health videos. When I click the trend alerts on YouTube, on the YouTube homepage, it is my dream to see some mental health YouTube videos, even in the trend alerts, even on the trending. I would like to see that. That is a dream of mine. Oh, hi, Fruby Spat TV. Great to see you. Great to see you, Fruby Spat TV. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. But welcome. It's good to see you here. So, it's like, what is it? Like, who, what? It's not fair. It's like, who was it? I saw somebody did a live stream and all they did was sleep on camera. They were sleeping, snoring. They were sleeping on camera. It's like, or there's the channel chosen one. Oh God, channel chosen one. Leaves his camera all night looking out the window. See who shows up and drops by. I don't know. A lot of experimentation to do, I mean, personally, I branched. When I first started out as Fedora Hippies in 2018, I was pretty much exclusively branding myself as a mental health channel. And then I left. And then when I came back, I decided to rebrand as social commentary because I just didn't want to pigeonhole myself. Oh, something else the gurus don't like. They say you got to have a niche. You got to have a niche because you should be an expert in something. I'm an expert in a lot of things, okay, if I do say so myself. I have much knowledge on a wide range of subjects. Oh, so many wide ranges of subjects, So how do you know a lot about YouTube and basic tips to... Yeah, well, I've been watching the guys, Hearts Love. I've been watching like Roberto Blake and Brian G. Johnson. Yeah, Dr. Grande's channel has been growing over time. It's true. So Katie Morton's already been, she's another licensed therapist. Be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Jack of all trades, master of none. I could do that. Just like, okay, let's perform. Let's do some performance art, or I could sit there and, or head back to my couch or whatever. Exercises in performance art and mental health. But yeah, so that's why I branched out into social commentary. I do talk a lot about mental health topics, but there are a lot of topics, social issues of the day that are related to mental health, bullying, drug, addiction recovery, the neurodiversity, and sometimes. Are you a jack of all trades, Hearts Love? Hearts Love is a great artist. Hearts Love is a great artist. She's the one who drew the panda from my soap opera parody of The Rewired Soul. Yeah, she's the one who drew my panda. Bath the panda. So, yeah, that was cool. So that was so cool. Yeah, but, so that's why I decided to branch out into social commentary because I thought, they're all important. They're all linked to mental health at the end of the day. All of that stuff, things like bullying, gender inequality, gender stereotypes, bullying, all that, all that stuff, all that stuff. It's, poverty, stress. It's all to do with mental health at the end of the day when it comes right down to it. So I branched myself out as a social commentary channel. And yes, I do reaction videos to others when I find them dangerous or giving dangerous advice or, being a dangerous influence. I will do that. I always hold people to account. It's what I do. Oh, Wraith Phoenix, I'm sure you're good at a lot of stuff. Look, Wraith, you're probably more tech savvy than I am, okay? You're probably a lot more tech savvy than I am. You're probably way better at IT. No, I'm serious. I wouldn't know the first thing on how to start a Discord server for myself, that for example, so you offered to help me. So you have the tech savvy because, Discord to me still looks like much like a rocket ship. But yeah, no, Wraith Phoenix, no, I know that you help out with Driven Industries. And so, yeah, you have some tech savvy there. I'm sure you're good at much more than that. Wraith, Wraith, I am very sure you're good at much more than that. We all have to be good at something. I know a lot of time in our lives, we feel we're not good at anything, I mean, I sucked as a writer. I never got published, so I quit before I started. But I mean, I've written a play, I've written short stories, both nonfiction shorts and fiction shorts. I even started a novel, which was fiction, but based on my own coming of age experience, intertwining the experiences I had coming of age. And all of those projects are like shelved. And then I decided to do it, I decided to, go in favor of YouTube. Hearts Love, you're a great artist. And you're all good people. You're all awesome people, all of you who stop by in the chat. You're probably better people than most. So no, you're all good at something, right? And yeah, you do have talents, and Wraith is shockingly easy for me to say. And Wraith is shockingly beautiful. I guess we are all hard on ourselves. Yeah, definitely. And especially when we're going through mental health issues, I think we're even harder on ourselves than the average person. Yeah, I think we're even much harder on ourselves than the average person, if I do say so. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hang on, I just had to check something. Okay. So it's yeah, no, so I think I think a lot of us, it's, what I say, about mental health issues. I think my favorite line, if anybody remembers the movie from over 20 years ago, early in the millennium, with Winona Ryder and Angelina Jolie, Girl Interrupted. And when she's, as Susanna Kaysen, she's describing, it's you and me amplified. It's you and me amplified. And I think that's the best way to say it. I think most of us who with the mental health issues, I think, things like feelings, stress, feelings of anxiety, fear, sadness, how we deal with trauma, it's just more amplified than a lot of people. But at the end of the day, we're not any different. I know, we're not any different. And this is why, we must do more than lift the stigma, but we, got to find a way for, to find acceptance. But, it's one of the reasons people had said I was a talented writer, but the friends that had seen, they said I was a talented writer, but I don't know. I think I gravitated to YouTube more because I figured it was a shorter time span to say all I have to say. When I had learned about the frontotemporal dementia in 2017, I figured I even had less time to talk about what I want to talk about. And YouTube would be a shorter, yes, with even the tedious edits and preparation and marketing. And, even though my channel is small and my videos are not getting many views these days, whether they're crappy or the production value is higher, they ain't getting many views these days. I still got to say, I think, the videos get more views faster than if I were to submit a piece of writing to a contest or to a publisher. And eventually, they may not get many views now, but I have a lot of evergreen content, and I think I'm going to concentrate more on the evergreen content. That would be content that would, not necessarily always be trending, but it would always be pertinent. It would always be timely. It would always be pertinent. Fruby Spat TV says, I think YouTube needs a channel where a nice person not belonging to the pharmaceutical complex tells us about news from neuroscience. Could be helpful for everybody interested in mental health. Yeah, agreed. And I wonder if there are such channels out there, Fruby Spat TV. I wonder if there are channels out there. I mean, on YouTube, you can pretty much find a channel on anything. I mean, lately, you know what I've taken to doing, like since I got sick earlier and I've been stressing? I found a channel called Life with Labradors. Okay, no kidding. This is a guy who owns 4 labs, and one of the labs had puppies last August. And, like mama's puppy is teaching the puppy babies how to swim in the pool. And they put they put them in costumes and they teach them how to play tag, all that stuff. And it's so cute, and it's mindless entertainment. And the production value is pretty high on those videos too. And they put like, they put like text, thinking, what are the dogs thinking at the time? What are the dogs thinking? And I think it's cute. It's called Life with Labradors. If you want some cute, adorable, happy, mindless entertainment, Life with, and you're a dog lover, I recommend Life with Labradors. And that's what I've been doing, and that's how I've been dealing with stress, watching a bunch of Labrador puppies be cute. But yeah, just to say, back to what Fruby Spat TV was talking about. I agree that somebody not belonging to the pharmaceutical industry, giving us news about neuroscience, and I'm sure there must be channels out there. But the other thing is, what's challenging about that is a lot of today's scientific research, at least in Canada and the United States, probably Australia, large parts of Europe as well, New Zealand, all that, most of the Western world. I think the sad thing is most of the research is sponsored, subsidized by, surprise, the pharmaceutical industry. Oh, God. Yeah. It can be a great resources too, if not linked to a company. That would be great. Yeah, absolutely. Hearts of Love. Absolutely. But the thing is, these days to make a buck, because everything gets demonetized, there are a lot of YouTubers who are getting brand deals, so they get a private sponsor, to pay for X video. And hence, a couple of years back, betterhelp.com. Wow. Oh, hi, Aaron. It's good to meet you. Welcome to Straight Talk and Fedora Chic. Great to have you here. We're talking about YouTube and mental health channels and other types of other types of YouTube channels. And while mental health channels are going up in popularity, albeit slowly, we're still not seeing them on the trending. When you open the trending page, we're still not seeing them. It's not sexy enough, So I thought I'd do a very bad live stream tonight. I'm going to do a very, 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 very crappy live stream. Okay. Is this how we do it? Okay. Is this how it's done? So this is why we're going to do crappy, But back to what I was saying. Yeah, betterhelp.com is still advertising, and the Rewired Soul and some others are still have their links, even a third-party link, so they can get all the cut, their cut. You got to still get all that money from them. But yeah, do I recommend BetterHelp? No, especially not if you want licensed therapists. And it's already been found out, it's already been uncovered, and the terms of service was pretty shady at best. YT just made half trending be YouTubers, not businesses. Imagine that. Oh my goodness. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. They did that. Wow. Because usually it is companies or from celebrities, right? These trending, it's usually from celebrities. It's usually celebrities. Yeah. Oh my. So we are hang on. Oh wow. Oh wow. So yeah, they're not exactly. They're not exactly trending. They're now trending. But I would there is a channel, like I mentioned at the top of this stream, Depression to Expression. And he has like 150,000 some odd subscribers, maybe more. But I know his sub count is in the 6 figures. And he gets views. And I think he's one of the exceptions rather than the rule. The guy, Scott St. Marie, who runs it, production values are high. He does a podcast. As well. And he's a fellow Canuck. He is a fellow Canadian, but not from the province of Quebec. Not from the province of Quebec. You know what else was stressful also? I think another reason why I was not that inspired to create a video, those of you who may or may not be aware, but we in Canada just had a federal election last week, which turned out to be quite the weird experience. But at least, hey, the dangerous people didn't get near power too much. And that's all I'm going to say on the subject, on that. So that's all I'm going to say on that front. That is all I'm going to say on that front. But yeah, even that can cause stress. You may not be working for the election. You may not be a party volunteer, but even that can cause stress. I'm sure that must affect the mental health, even those campaigning, especially if there's a lot of the mudslinging. Could you link the depression and the Labrador links? Yeah, sure. Hang on. I'll get them. Sure, I'll get them. Hang on. All right. Life with Labradors. Yeah, this is for all you dog lovers out there. I think you're going to love it at this channel. Yeah. The puppies all went to their forever home, but the videos of the puppies are still up, and the 4 dogs, of course, are still there. And one of his neighbors or his friends actually has one of the puppies. So you'll see Lucy, the lab, the yellow lab, quite often. Hang on. All right. This is Life with Labradors. Okay, this one, the link that I just sent in the chat, that's Life with Labradors for all you dog lovers. And Scott, Depression to Expression. Hang on, I'll get you his link. No, like I said, this is a dude. Oh, he has 270,000 subscribers. I just checked now. He has over 270,000 subs. Wow. Okay, so this is Scott. Okay. All right, there you go. Oh, I know I could have been at the end, Hearts Love, but my memory, especially my short-term recall, it's part of my condition. Short-term memory my short-term recall is pretty crap. So I'm usually better off doing something. If somebody asks me about something or asks me to do something, I'm better off doing it right away rather than waiting, because waiting, I'm going to likely forget about it, Yeah. So anyways, take note of both of those. Yeah. Life with Labs. And the second one is Depression to Expression. That's what it's called. And he's a fellow Canadian, Scott, the guy who runs it. He has podcasts, and I think he's been at it for several years now, in all honesty. He's not new on the scene. I think he's been at it longer than all the other YouTube channels that we know of, like Gary over at Bipolar Corner. Great channel, by the way. Great channel. But, but he's been around longer, Scott from Depression to Expression. He's been around a lot longer. So anyways, if you want to check Scott out, if you want to check out Scott, he has a unique take on things, by all means. Or if you want some cute, happy, mindless entertainment and you're a dog lover, Life with Labradors is the channel for you. Life with Labradors. That's the channel for you. Especially if you watch the videos from August and September, all the puppies. See, we're so cute. You subbed to both, eh, Hearts Love? Good idea. Good idea. This is what we do here at Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. We refer people to other channels. It's so crappy here. Roberto Blake, I'm making such crappy videos that I'm referring people to other channels. This is crazy. I'm referring people to other channels. Oh, God. Yes. No, but seriously, if there is a smaller channel I would refer to, I would right now. Right now, I don't. I just don't have a smaller channel right now to refer to. But yeah, we smaller channels, especially those of us in the addiction community, the mental health community, even social commentary. We all have to stick together somehow and help each other, because who is going to help us otherwise? Besides the obvious, you say, well, you got to help yourself, right? But who else is going to help? We do have to stick together, Yeah, we really, really must stick together. So, God. So, yeah, I just got over a bug. This is a bug that was going around in Montreal. Everybody's catching it, and I'm just getting over it now, although it's slow. Still going through the joint pain, which is very, very horrifically uncomfortable. But yeah, still going through joint pain. But yeah, getting better. There is a topic of a video I want to cover, like why weight loss channels are a bad idea. And that would be more of an upload, and I'll still do it. And then there was a suggestion of hearts, like YouTube, social media and isolation versus socialization. That would be an interesting live stream if I can get my friend Steven to collaborate and do the live with me. I think that would be a more interesting dynamic to tackle that topic. So I got to talk to him about that. Find a time when he can go on live with me. He's a busy man these days. He's a very busy man these days. But yeah, so I'd like to collab with him, and like I said, and why weight loss channels are a bad idea. And what else? But I wanted to wait for that weight loss channel. I wanted to wait till I had more views, more subs for that, because it is going to be a contentious. It is going to be, I can make it less contentious by sticking into the scope as to why it's a bad idea. And I don't have to get into the whole spiel of fat shaming versus fat acceptance in that. I can just like stick to the scope why they're a bad idea. And do a simple little video on that. But I was hoping to have more subs on that, more subscribers, more views. I wish that my channel would be more established on that. I don't know, more controversial topics. And I don't want to shy away from the controversial topics. Lord knows, when I was a political blogger, I never, ever shied away from controversial topics. And trust me, you want to know what life with trolls is like? Okay, or hate mail or hate email? Try blogging politically. Try doing a political blog. Trust me, I had boot camp, I had boot camp. And that should have prepared, and I think that prepared me for YouTube as well. I think it prepared, although I find that a lot of the trolls on YouTube, no matter what you're talking about, politics or no politics, a lot of the YouTube trolls are indeed toxic. I don't know if you've noticed that. And some of them are like horribly ill. Like, here's the thing, okay? What happened? What was it? 10 days ago when I did my last live stream, I was, again, criticizing the Rewired Soul. And shortly afterwards, I'm not going to mention his name because really his name is not worth mentioning, and I really don't want to give him any attention. I really don't. He's a much smaller channel than mine is. He came into my live chat, and a few other live streams beforehand, but he was a bit weird. He was asking very inappropriate questions to some of the others in the live chat. He was asking some very inappropriate questions, which my mods like Hearts Love had to take care of, delete the comments before the pertinent people they were targeted at saw them. And, but I gave him another chance, and he came back on my last live stream. And then he did another video, and then he was complaining and whining that I was not giving him enough attention in the live chat. But, let him try to go to a live stream, okay, of a channel that has like over 100K subscribers or even 50K subscribers, where they have hundreds of people in the live chat at the same time. Okay, and in which case the YouTuber in question probably will not give you a shout out unless you provide them with a super chat. With some kind of super chat donation. So if he was complaining that I was not paying enough attention to him here, I'd like to see him try that, on a much bigger channel where there are hundreds of people at the same time in the live chat. The chat is scrolling and everything. The YouTuber in question cannot give him a shout out, and the only way to do so is to get a super chat. So I'd like to see how he reacts to that. He did a video also. He did a reaction video to me, although I think he took it down. He took down the reaction video. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know what kind of channel he has. I wouldn't call it recovery because as far as I can tell, he's still active in his addiction. He's still active in his addiction, I think. I'm not sure. But I wouldn't call it a recovery and addiction channel by any stretch of the imagination. And yeah, so he did this reaction video to me, basically slamming me for about a couple of minutes. Okay, fine. He couldn't figure out why I was doing that and why I spent a stream talking about the rewired soul. And it's obvious to me he had never seen the rewired soul in action and why such a man like Chris Boutte needs to be held to account, right? So, he never, why he has to be held to account. He never figured it out. But he since took down the video. And for the time being, it's like before, the lesson here is learn first before you react. That's what I do. I mean, there was one time I had a knee-jerk reaction. I ended up privating that video because according to Jexy, I'd left a comment correcting my information or updating my information. And it's like, oh shit, okay. I privated the video. It was no longer relevant, and that's fine. No harm, no foul. And I can, I can take it. It was valid criticism. And Jexy was just trying to help me. So, I take that to heart. So when it goes to that other guy that did the reaction video, couldn't understand why I was trying to hold the rewired soul to account. Really couldn't understand why it was not holding the rewired, why it was not holding the rewired soul to account at all. Oh no. So, I don't know why somebody thinks that's funny. I just saw on my Facebook, when I announced this live stream, and then she just gave a laughing emoji to it. I don't understand why she did that. Okay, whatever. People react silly these days. People do react silly. I thought about doing a mukbang and making fun of mukbang culture tonight, but I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry right now, really. So I'm not going to be poking fun at mukbang culture. Maybe that'll be another video for another time. And that's another thing. Mukbangs, how come they get so many views and they get so many subs? I mean, all they're doing is eating on camera. And a lot of them, like Nikocado Avocado, gorging on like fast food. They probably bought out Taco Bell or Burger King at to a point, and every supply of ramen noodles. Excuse me. So it's like, why do those videos get all the views? I don't get it. Is it like, and I think it's more than just that I don't get. Anyone want to explain why mukbangs get so many views? Why they get so many views? I have no idea why. So anyways, so what is coming down the pipeline right now? I probably will put that weight loss channel video up soon. Like I said, I will ask Steve about doing a live stream with me. If anybody has any topics, I'm still pretty much at a creative meltdown. Unfortunately, I think that happens to every YouTuber, as I mentioned, happens to every artist, and I shouldn't feel too bad about it. I don't know why I'm stressed out over it more than I should be, but I am. And yeah, it started in Korea over a decade ago, actually, where they were going on camera and making money doing it. It was like your virtual dinner table, the virtual dinner table. And then Americans co-opted it for the most part. They co-opted it and they turned it into, how many calories can I shovel in one sitting? Or how many different weird, gross food combinations can I do? You know what I mean? I mean, there's one channel, for instance, Foodie Beauty, Chantal. Now, don't send any hate her way because it's just a critique. I'm not hating on her. It's just a critique. Yeah, I know, huh? Ray Phoenix, yeah. So anyways, I mean, she switches from being a weight loss channel to a mukbang channel and so on and so forth. And when she does her mukbangs or her story times, Chantal Foodie Beauty, this is what puts me off. She gets gross, okay? I mean, not only does she not shy about releasing her bodily functions, if you catch my meaning. Yes, I'm euphemizing here, kids. I am euphemizing. If you want me to spell it out, I will, but I don't really want to. But yeah, and she gets views. She gets views from that. From, not only she releases, we hear her bodily functions. She likes to talk about them. Oh, she likes to talk about them. So it's like, oh no, like I said, it's like I said, I don't want to send a hate sent her way. It's just not my cup of tea. But I do question, how does this girl get views? How does this girl get the freaking subs? And trust me, I think she's more hated than Amberlynn Reed is, if that's even possible. Adderall adjustment food. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Wraith Phoenix, Adderall does, it like Ritalin and other similar drugs. I think one of the side effects is removal of appetite, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Adderall is no exception. There is a removal of appetite. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I was on a drug. Prozac made me nauseous. Okay, Prozac made me nauseous. But you know what else Prozac did? Despite the nausea I was going through on Prozac, I was gaining weight. I was gaining weight. I was hardly eating anything because I wasn't holding too much down, and I was still gaining weight. So that was no fun. I ended up having to take myself off of Prozac after a near road accident. I was crossing a busy intersection, and I wandered into, I was like so out of it. I was like zombied and zombified, if that's a word. And I ran out into oncoming traffic. And that's why I'm no longer on Prozac. That and the fact that, that I was completely nauseated, couldn't eat, but I was still gaining weight. So that's another reason why I took it. Yeah, that's what I thought, Wraith Phoenix, that Adderall would kill your appetite. That's what I thought. Oh, yeah. And there are others who are on it. I don't know what it does to them, but yeah, it does for the most part. Ritalin's the same thing. Ritalin is pretty much the same thing. I have heard parents, who would put their kids on Ritalin way back in the day, and it was the same thing. They couldn't get the kids to eat. They couldn't get, the kids wouldn't eat their lunch at school. They were not really eating at the dinner table. They were not really having breakfast. They had no appetite. That was a serious thing, especially with children, because children are growing and they need all the nutrients they can get. They need, we all need good nutrition, obviously, but children are specific. They need more nutrition. So if they're not eating because they're not hungry, because their ADD medication is suppressing their appetite, I'm wondering, sometimes if there's got to be a better solution. Sometimes I wonder if there's got to be a better one for children. I don't know. It's not for me to answer. It's for minds far better than mine to answer. It's for minds far better than mine to answer, So, so I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but yeah, it is a problem. The appetite suppressant, the appetite suppressant thing. It is definitely an issue. But that's for better minds than mine. I'm really not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not. I don't even play one on YouTube. I don't even pretend. But nowadays I don't take any medication because that's a choice I took. Typically side effects of a stimulant I need because no. Okay, you have ADHD. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I figured that's why you would be on Adderall, Wraith Phoenix. Yeah. Does it help you? Okay. Well, if it helps you, more power. If it helps you, more power to you. It's like, I think sometimes it's a case of weighing out, the benefits versus the side effects. And, it's up to the individual to decide that. Obviously, children cannot make this decision, but and nor should they. But adults, it's up to an adult, a reasonable adult can make that decision for themselves, Wraith Phoenix says Adderall helps her. Wraith Phoenix says Adderall helps her. It helps her focus. I imagine it helps her with the alleviate ADHD symptoms. And more power to her. If it keeps her functional, more power to you. So yeah, it's totally, I'm never one to pill shame, that's the thing. I don't pill shame. Those who need Suboxone, for instance, to recover from opioid addiction, it's not going to be for me to judge how long they're on Suboxone or methadone or any other taper drug. It's not for me to judge. Even though I am recovered 20 years of addiction, I never had a need for those kind of drugs, but that was just me. That's not other people's reality. It's just me. And I think that's why, YouTubers like the Rewired Soul piss me off so much, because he seems to think he knows. I don't know if anybody caught, but yesterday, he's at it again, he's at it again. He uploaded a video, once again, another one of his favorite YouTubers, Taylor Nicole Dean. And he's gloating about how right he was. Gloating. It's like, holy fuck. Can you even be more egomaniacal? It's like, think about this poor girl's recovery and her own journey and her own stumbles and falls along the way. Think about this poor girl first before fluffing up your ego, Chris Boutte. He definitely considered it's an issue for him, and some people have it a lot worse. Definitely. My friend struggles with ADHD. He isn't on it, but wasn't diagnosed until an adult. Yeah, a lot of people, more and more people are being diagnosed with ADHD. A lot more people are being diagnosed with ADHD in adulthood, believe it or not. It's not a childhood thing. I wrote a eulogy for my appetite. There's a section for carbs. Here's a section for carbs. Hey, cool, Ray. See, you do have talents. Spirit in the sky. Good to see you this fine evening. Great to see you here, Spirit in the Sky Blue. Welcome. So, yeah, a section for carbs. I like that, Ray. I like that. It's all this to say, it's up to us as adults to balance, like if we're given, a choice to take prescription medication to deal with our mental health issues. Sometimes people need it, especially if they're holding down a job. If they're one of the few who can hold down a job, they need it with a little help, from some of these medications. And it's not necessarily just Adderall. It could be something like Xanax for anxiety, just to help them get through the workday. And it's not up to any of us to judge. It really isn't. Like I said, I'm a 20-year in recovery. I never had the need for drugs like Suboxone or methadone, but that's me. I was probably lucky. I say I have a desert stomach, Ray. You have a desert stomach or dessert stomach. You have a sweet tooth. Same for my hearts. I wasn't diagnosed until I was an adult. Yeah, like I said, more and more with ADHD are being diagnosed well into adulthood these days. It's not just a childhood. It's no longer just a childhood condition anymore. It's not a children's condition exclusively anymore. It's now, more and more adults. It's the same thing with autism spectrum disorder. Do you know a lot of people are diagnosed more and more in adulthood rather than in childhood? Remember the live stream I did a few weeks back with Jeff and with Sheldon and his friend Jeff? Jeff was diagnosed at the age of 58 with autism spectrum disorder. He was, he got an official diagnosis from a psychiatrist at the age of 58. But, if you want to look to celebrities with Asperger's, what is it? Susan Boyle, the singer who made sensation on Britain's Got Talent in 2009. And it came out that she had Asperger's when she got an Asperger's diagnosis when she was in her 50s. So it's not just adulthood, but it's middle age. It's not even young adulthood. It's not exclusively young adulthood, like 20 or 30 something. It's like 40s and 50s now getting the diagnosis. It's people in their 40s and 50s nowadays. Yeah. It's 40s and 50s. So yeah, it's all this to say. I think it's largely in part because when most of us were children, especially in my generation, and probably the older millennium set, millennials said, there weren't the diagnostic tools or the diagnostic testing that exists today. And I think that's largely why more in adulthood are being diagnosed. And it was probably, and they probably, odds are they slipped through the cracks in childhood because the diagnostic tools did not exist way back in those days. They exist now, I try to keep a distance, Wraith. You're still working on the section for sugar, Wraith Phoenix? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, sugar. That becomes sugar for me is like sugar for me is weird. I have a weird relationship with sugar. I had noticed, like, if I go a long time without eating, anything. I mean, not just sugar, but anything. Thank you, Heartslove, for passing my PayPal link. Thank you. For those of you, if you wish to support the channel, Hearts just put up the PayPal link in the chat. It's also in the description box below this video, should you wish to support the channel. Like I said, I continue to provide content free of charge. Don't feel pressured. If you don't, please do not feel pressured. Do not feel pressured. You're all awesome. You all rock regardless. So yeah, back to what I was saying. So yeah, it was like, so I think that's why we're seeing more and more adults with these diagnoses, because they probably slipped through the cracks as children because the diagnostic tools didn't exist that exist today. Isn't that the way with the medical science? Isn't that always the way with medical science? So I suppose those of the neurodivergent, things like ADHD, autism spectrum disorder, and maybe that's why so many people are being diagnosed so late in life, like Jeff, like I said, at age 58. So, yeah. Once again, those just joining the live stream, those of you just joining the live stream, please feel free to give me some topic suggestions in the chat. Because I was saying earlier, for those who just joined in, I was saying earlier that I was running into a creative block, like a creative block. I think every YouTuber goes through that. But anyways, if you have a topic suggestion, please leave a comment as well in the chat, or leave it in comments below. Once I jump off the stream will be still be up for anybody who who either joined in late or who had to leave early, as always. So yeah, I'm all open for topics, all open. What would you like to see me talk about, either in a live or in an upload? Could be for a voiceover with visuals. Could be for just me sitting around in front of the webcam like I'm doing now, or I can be too monotone. I can do monotone. Anybody remember a cartoon from the 90s? It was called Duckman. It was very much a cartoon for adults. It was definitely not for children. And there was a monotonic pig called Cornfed, and that was what was so funny about him, because his tone was so monotone. So just to say, sometimes, this monotone can be funny for some people. Hey, hey, yes, monotone can be quite hilarious for a lot of folks. Yeah, it could be. I'm so tired. That's another thing. I'm tiring out very easily these days. I don't know why. I'm just tiring out very, very easily these days. Oh dear. Tiring out very easily these days. Gosh, ever since I got sick last week, and also because it's fall, the autumn blues have started. Could you believe, not this weekend, but the following weekend, we have to turn the clocks back again? So it's going to be dark like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Ugh, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be dark like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Why do we have to have daylight savings time? I think that is what's affecting a lot of people with seasonal affective disorder. Why do we have to do that? Turn the clocks back. We should stop doing that, really. We really should stop doing that. The province of Saskatchewan out west in Canada, they don't have daylight savings time. They don't flip their clocks back. They never flip their clocks back. Okay. So. Sorry about this. Something just got a message. Sorry about that. Just got a message. Okay. I can get to that much later. Yes, I can. Nope, we didn't have a TV, but sounds hilarious. Me too. Yeah. This is true. This is true. Oh, God. I don't have a TV here either. I'm not in a hurry to buy one. I get all my content that I want to watch online, and, you know, my 21.5-inch monitor is sufficient for me to watch movies or to watch old TV shows. I only pretty much watch the old classic TV shows from the 60s and 70s anyway. You know, something, you know, channels like TV Land would put on. So that's it. And I can find that online too. So yeah, I'm not in a hurry to buy a TV. I get all, you know, I get all the content I need online through my 21.5-inch monitor. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to cut this stream short because I'm feeling really, really tired right now. It was awesome of you all to stop by. And welcome to this crappy video with the crappy lighting. I did the crappy lighting on purpose. Hey, we're supposed to make crappy videos. Now here's one. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to cut this stream short because I'm getting tired right now. And like I said, this stream will be left up as usual for anybody who jumped in late or jumped out early. And you can all watch it in its entirety. And I will try to have a video uploaded between now and Sunday. And I will try to jump on live on Sunday, and I will keep you all updated. You are all awesome. I'm sorry. What was that? Oh, yeah. You know what? I was just finished saying I'm leaving up the live stream so you can watch it in its entirety. But welcome. I'm sorry. What was that? Welcome to the channel. It's okay. I'm going to be leaving it up. If you want to watch it in its entirety, by all means, feel free to do so. Oh, your name is Mary? Okay. I'm sorry. What was that? Your name is Mary. Hi, Mary. Okay. Hi, Mary. It's great to see you. Yeah, I do keep them posted. You'll be able to tune. You'll be able to tune into it. That's not going to be a problem. So yeah, welcome to the channel. Like I said. Yeah, talk to you later too, Wraith Phoenix. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks to my awesome mods. And thanks to the awesome, all of you who are awesome, who came and stopped by and watched my crappy video. Because we're going to make 100 crappy videos. Yay. We're going to make 100. Oh, it's Mary Beth Wiley. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I know who you are. Of course I do. Yeah. Welcome, Mary Beth. I thought you were new because I usually see you under your name. Oh, yeah. Welcome, Mary Beth. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were new because I never saw you under that moniker before. Yeah. But yeah. So anyways, love you all. Good night, hearts. Love you all. You're all awesome. And like I said, I will try to upload something between now and Sunday, and I'll try to hop on live on Sunday, Sunday evening, and I'll probably go on a little bit earlier than usual. Okay. So everybody have a great night. Get some rest. And I'll catch you in the next one. Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick over and out. Good night, all. It's great seeing you again.